This is the Synthetic Lens. I'm David Carver. It's April 30th, and the temperature just went up another 10 degrees. U.S. Central Command has prepared plans for what three sources described to Axios as a, quote, short and powerful wave of strikes on Iran, designed to break the deadlock in negotiations. President Trump is scheduled to be briefed on those plans today by CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper. This according to Barak Ravid, reporting for Axios.
The plan comes as the diplomatic track appears to be stalling on multiple fronts. Trump told Axios he's rejecting Iran's latest proposal, which would have reopened the Strait of Hormuz and lifted the blockade, while postponing nuclear talks to a later stage. The White House position remains that nuclear concessions must come first. On the other side, a senior Iranian security source said yesterday that the U.S. blockade, quote, will soon be met with practical and unprecedented action. That's the language they're using. What it means in practice is unclear.
Meanwhile, the State Department is building a coalition. An internal cable sent to U.S. embassies on Tuesday is pitching what it calls a Maritime Freedom Construct to enable navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. The cable asks diplomats to press foreign governments to sign on for information sharing, diplomatic coordination, and sanctions enforcement. That's according to Alexander Ward and Robbie Grammer at the Wall Street Journal.
The economic pressure is compounding. Oil prices remain elevated, and Iran's storage capacity for oil is reportedly near maximum. Trump told Axios that Iran's storage is, quote, getting close to exploding because they can't export under the blockade. Whether that's literal or rhetorical, the pressure on Iran's economy is real. But the humanitarian picture is also worsening. A new analysis by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, published yesterday, projects that more than 1 million people in Lebanon will face acute food insecurity in the coming months due to renewed conflict and mass displacement. That's according to Nazi Oserin and Haider Noor at Reuters.
There's also the Lebanon dimension. Trump told Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu that Israel should take only, quote, surgical military action in Lebanon and avoid a full resumption of the war. Quote from the Axios interview, I told Netanyahu he has got to do it more surgically, not knock down buildings. He can't do it. It is too terrible and makes Israel look bad. A U.S. official confirmed the administration has asked Israel to, quote, show restraint and give space to the diplomatic process with Lebanon. But the same official denied the ceasefire's collapsing, adding that, quote, Hezbollah is not a party to the ceasefire and is trying to derail it.
And on the domestic front, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth defended the Iran war in testimony before the House Armed Services Committee yesterday, telling lawmakers, quote, the biggest challenge, the biggest adversary we face at this point are the reckless, feckless, and defeatist words of congressional Democrats and some Republicans. The Pentagon also disclosed that the war has cost approximately $25 billion so far.
So, new strike plans on the table, diplomacy stalled, a maritime coalition being assembled, a food crisis looming, and $25 billion spent with no clear end in sight. We'll keep tracking this. This has been The Synthetic Lens.